Am I correct? So that we don't unmute. You can do me thumbs up in the chat box. If you can hear me, thumbs up in the chat box. And I'll be sure that, okay, everybody can see. So have you seen my thumbs up? Fantastic. Oluwarotimi has thumbs up. Princess Ogechi has thumbs up. Good. So exactly, Nafisa, thank you. Now that is the new way of learning. If I get carried away, okay, Tega, thank you. I'm very passionate about entrepreneurship, and I can keep going on and on and on. Samuel, thank you. Now, who can tell me who is an entrepreneur? Can somebody tell me who is an entrepreneur? You can say it in the chat session and I will read it out. Who is an entrepreneur? Who is an entrepreneur? Tell me, I would find out. Pardon, who is an entrepreneur? Tell me, who is an entrepreneur?
That time, I know if you pick for that time.
Dakwa, mute your call. You are disturbing us. Hadila said entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business, bearing most of the risk and enjoying most of the rewards. I like you. Yes, another definition. I want to take 3 definitions before I move on. Who is an entrepreneur? A person who organizes and operates a business venture and assumes much of the associated risk. Fantastic. Emeka, one who creates a business and absorbs all the risk of the business and also enjoy most of the reward. Princess Ogechi, correct? Okay, I've taken 3 definitions. So I will take that and move on. You all have an idea. You are all perfectly correct. Taiwo says an entrepreneur is one who never stops starting. Fantastic. An entrepreneur is one who is never tired of starting. An entrepreneur is a person who is set to solve a particular problem and takes up an idea. An entrepreneur is an individual who coordinates the operation of business, bearing the risk and enjoying the reward. Okay, thank you. We stop the definition. You people have made my job easier. So it shows that we all understand who an entrepreneur is. It shows that you have an idea of what an entrepreneur is. Now, what is our learning objective today? Our learning objective today is to understand who an entrepreneur is, which you have all gladly defined for me. Our learning objective is to identify the features of an entrepreneur, what makes an entrepreneur, understand why and how do entrepreneurs identify business ideas, identify business viability factors, know how to source for capital to launch that business idea you have, and understand the importance of bookkeeping and record keeping. Are we on the same page? Can I get thumbs up? These are our learning objectives today. Can I have thumbs up? If we are on the same page, thumbs up. That is how we are going to be doing today. Thank you, Christopher. The moment I get 5 thumbs up, I move to the next one. Thank you, Princess Ogechi. I'm loving Princess Ogechi. Ezekiel, thank you. Nafisa, thank you. Ogene Tega. I'm going to be calling you Tega. I like that Tega word. And Habila, thank you. Okay. Now, Richard Branson. Who knows who Richard Branson is? Just 2 answers and I'll move on. Gabriel, thank you. Indamola, thank you. Who is Richard Branson? Any idea of who he is? Who is Virgin Atlantic? Thank you. That is the owner of Virgin Atlantic. He says entrepreneurship isn't just a label, but it is a lifestyle. you know that being an entrepreneur means that your lifestyle must, so it is not to become he or she an entrepreneur. Oh, is your lifestyle. That is who you are as an entrepreneur. Now, start with what you have. We have a little activity. Tell me, I'm going to move that activity to when we finish our first two model. Now, I need you to take this down. An entrepreneur is an initiator, a challenger, or a driver. Somebody that creates something new, somebody that has an idea, somebody that starts something from the beginning to the end, which all of you have said. So an entrepreneur doesn't have to be one with an idea. They might have maybe a faint idea of what entrepreneurship is. But most importantly, an entrepreneur is a leader. An entrepreneur is independent. An entrepreneur is innovative. So that is how we classify an entrepreneur. So someone that initiates an idea, someone that takes on challenges, someone that drives a process from the beginning to the end, somebody that creates new things. You could reinvent the wheels. Somebody, I mean, we've been drinking water forever. We started with, those days they used to put water in nylon paper and freeze it and sell it as ice block. But we moved on to sachet water. From sachet water, moved on to bottled water. So water has always been there. People have always sold water. But an entrepreneur came up with an idea to say, let me package this water in a more friendly and finer way. That's how come we have sachet water and bottled water today. That is an initiative. That's reinventing the wheel of water. Now, what makes you an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur must demonstrate certain skills, certain abilities, and traits. Now, entrepreneurs normally actually set out to aim to find solution to a problem. Now, for you, you must identify a problem in an environment where you live, in a business area or where you work, in our society. Once you identify a problem and you start having sleepless nights, how am I going to solve this problem? How can I? It could be a problem that is even to you alone. How do I solve this problem? Then the moment you start thinking and coming out with a solution, you're already an entrepreneur because you have put on your thinking cap. That is your entrepreneurship cap. Now, an entrepreneur is not afraid of competition. It's like the example I made about water. Yes, how am I going to make the water better? Somebody is already selling bottled water. Somebody is already making bottled water. But has it occurred to you that people are making bottled water in 50 cl? They are 50 cl. They are making water in 75 cl. They are making water in 100 cl. But you sit there and said, but sometimes I see people open a bottle of water and they can't finish it. I want to go and make water in 15 cl. 15 cl is just a glass of water. So at any point in time, whether it's a child or an adult, and you pour a glass of water, they can finish it. So you've identified a gap, a need. So you're not even afraid that there are 1,000 bottled water. There is Lasena, there is Eva, there is Nestle water, there is Gosi, there is Ragolis, name it. You just decided that, you know what, the name of my own company is Rallies. So I'm going to make Rallies water, bottled water. And Rallies bottled water is just going to be in 15 cl. You see, I'm not afraid of competition. I'm rather inspired because it's the competition that has inspired me to think about how to make it better. Now, somebody that knows how to delegate things and also get people to work for them and also do things or work with people. Now, remember, I created an idea. I thought about meeting the need of you drinking water, not leaving a bottle behind. So I'm doing 15 cl. What do I know about drawing? I need someone that will help me draw the label. I have this idea. Who helped me draw it? Who helped me put it together? Who helped me go out and do research on the PET bottle? How will I get PET bottle for 15 cl? All the bottles that you see are 50 cl, 75 cl. So if I can delegate and bring people together, I am an entrepreneur. Now, remember, I decided I'm going to do water in 15 cl. And I'm passionate about it because I want the school children to drink clean water. I want parents to be sure that the water they are giving their kids, they are drinking it, they are not bringing back half. I want to be sure that nobody is drinking water and leaving water behind, which is wastage. So I want to reduce wastage. I want to encourage liquid taking. So I'm passionate about this, and I am not afraid that it will fail because I'm going to start making this water. First of all, make PET bottles, maybe like 1,000 pieces. Then I'll now make the water. I'll put small label. Then I will share it, sell it around my friends and family and take their feedback. And if somebody say, no, Ralia, that water doesn't really taste nice, that water is not enough to quench my thirst. That water, maybe instead of 15 cl, Ralia, I think you should go to 25 cl. Now, I'm not afraid for the feedback. I'm not afraid to fail, but I'm willing to go on. So these abilities and these skills and traits are what make you an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurship is not just a job. You don't just wake up and say, what's your profession? I'm an entrepreneur. No, 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 no. It is your mindset holistically. You are sleeping, you are eating, you are thinking. Anywhere you find yourself, you are constantly, your eyes are darting around. You are constantly looking for opportunities. You are constantly looking for a gap to fulfill. Then you can say boldly, I am an entrepreneur. If I have been able to communicate, can I have 5 thumbs up and we move on? Thank you, Nafisa, Luarutimi, thank you. Baba Tope, thank you. Gechi, thank you. Ifedayo, thank you. Now, if we understand this, can I have a thank you sign so that I will know that, yes, I am communicating? If we all understand, let me have 5 of the thank you sign. I sent one to Okpayemi. Thank you. Great. So now I'm excited. I know I'm communicating. So everybody sitting here today, can you tell me, are you an entrepreneur? Do you have the entrepreneurship mindset or you are looking for a job? Can I know that? Do you have the entrepreneurship mindset? Let me know. Everybody sitting here today, starting from Nafisa to Okwayemi, tell me, are you an entrepreneur? Do you have all these traits that I have mentioned? Do you have these skills? Do you have this ability? If you're an entrepreneur, let me know. And I'll allow it till when it is 10:40 questions. Since the network is very network, Habib, thank you. I have the entrepreneurial spirit. Olaide Obajimi, thank you very much. Okay. Nafisa, thank you. Now, what is a business idea? Who can tell me what a business idea is? Tell me what is a business idea. Dako, don't share my slide here too. I want 2, 3 people to just tell me, what do you understand by a business idea? When they say, oh, this entrepreneur has a business idea. Ezekiel, thank you. By the time you are done with this particular entrepreneurship 101, you will have the entrepreneurship mindset. I like the fact that you said you don't have the traits, but you are here to work on it. And trust me, you will work on it. Thank you, Gabriel. What is the meaning of a business idea? Any idea of what the definition is? Tell me, no idea is useless, no answer is useless. Tell me. A business idea is a solution to a problem. Ifedayo, thank you. Okoyemi says a business idea is an innovation that identifies a problem and sets to solve it. Thank you. Nafisa says a business idea is a proposed plan that has not been initiated. And Taiwo says an idea that solves a particular problem and has a business plan and ways to make revenue. Thank you. I like that, to make revenue. A business idea, an idea that can solve a problem and can also generate money. I love my people are thinking about money. That is the whole idea. Never lose focus. You must make money, whatever you do. Profit should be driving you. Business idea that towards solving the idea that is what drives the business. Tega, thank you. Kayode Bamidele, thank you. And Taiwo, thank you. Thank you, Habib. Good. A business idea is a financial proposed solution to a problem. Great. So let's move on. Everybody is correct, and I'm truly all that. Yes, you all understand what a business idea is. Now, a business idea is a concept that can be used for financial gain. You know, you all mentioned money. It is a concept that can be used for financial gain that is usually centered on a product or service that can be offered for money. Now, I need you to understand two things there. It's a concept that is centered around money. It's a concept that is centered around a product or service and that can be offered for money. Three things I need you to take note there. Financial gain, products or services. And so this business idea is centered on a product or services. So it could be this service that I am offering, consulting service. You cannot touch it. Or a product, a bottle of water, a can of Coke. It's a product. A box of chin chin, a box of plantain chips is a product you can feel. And the money, when I exchange this product or services, the money I get, that is when you have a business idea. There's what we call the lighting moment. That moment, everywhere you turn, there is a sachet water, pure, let me call it bottle water, pure water sachet, so that you understand. There's pure water sachet all over the place. There is bottled water all over the place. There is empty Coke bottle all over the place. There is a takeaway rubber all over the place. And you are wondering, these are the things that clog our, these are the things that clog our drainages and causes flood. How to move these plastics? What can I do? I mean, I don't know anything about waste disposal, but what can I do? You go back home, and this thing we hold in our hand called telephone. You take it and you Google. Amanda, you're welcome. And you Google, how do you dispose plastic waste? Then you see how it's done. Then you find out, okay, an idea is already there. So you already have a service. You want to empty these plastics. But even when you do to money, now are you going to go to a local government and say, local government, oh, I can clear all the plastics in all the drainages along Etiosa. If I clear it, how much will you give me? And if I clear it, this is what I will do. Then, okay, you've decided to clear these plastics. When you clear it, what are you going to do with them? Even if Etiosa pays you for clearing it, the local government pays you for clearing it, what will you do with it? Are you just going to carry it from one place and go and dump it somewhere else? No. The idea you're already thinking, how do you convert it to money? Okay, if I take this plastic waste, do you know this pure water sachet? Do you know that it has wax? And when I take it away, it can, the wax on it, I can trash it, I can biodegrade it, break it down, and I can add additives to it, and I can make shoe wax. You know, I can convert it to biofuel. You are doing waste to wealth. So you are doing recycling. That is a service you are offering, and there is money from it. Now remember that those malams that carry wheelbarrow, they packed all this rubbish and go and dump it at a dump site. But you have just thought, okay, these malams, let me call them, because you are not going to go to the gutter and soil your hands. Remember, you don't have that expertise. You look for about 10 malams and say, you know what, I'm going to put a scale somewhere. For every ton of the plastic you bring, I'm going to pay you 100 naira, 500 naira. Remember, then you get another set of people. As they bring this plastic, please sort them out into different sizes and shapes and different product size. This is where we are going to trash them. Maybe you are going to wash them, then you are going to convert them to either energy. In that case, you don't need to wash it, or you are going to convert it into a shoe polish. In that case, you need to, you learn the process. Now, it is an idea that is going to give you financial service. Now, a business idea should not primarily be for profit, but to solve a need or a problem. So remember, getting those plastics out of the streets creates a clean drainage, prevents flooding in Lagos. So you're already solving a problem and you're also making profits. So a promising business idea should be innovative. Remember, you are just driving along the street and you notice that there is a lot. Now you've driven from Aja to Vian, you notice it. You've driven from Surulere to Ajangbadi, you notice it. You've driven from Bega to Mowe, you notice it. So it is all over. You drive from here to Ibadan, Ibadan to Akure, Akure all the way to Abu. So these areas, our pipe-borne waters are not clean. So people will always buy bottled. Those that cannot afford bottled water. So people will continue to buy water. The makers of this water will continue to make water. Hence, people will continue to litter the environment with this trash. So as long as your idea is innovative, it is unique, it is solving a problem, and most importantly, it is profitable. So you will say, okay, this my business idea is a concept that can be used for things that can be offered for money. Questions, addition? Let me know that I'm communicating and we are all on the same page. Questions, comments? If there is none, then let me get, what sign am I going to get now? Let me get a Latin sign that we understand what we are doing. Right on my thinking. I like that. Correct, Ezekiel. Great. I'm happy we all understand that now. Okay, let's go to, I'm going to go to sources. How do you generate business ideas? Remember, I said you were driving along the road and you saw all this plastic bottle. I'm just using the sachet bottle because that is something I have noticed around. And I was on the panel for Entrepreneurship World Cup 2 weeks ago. And a young man came and said they made shoe polish from pure water sachet nylon. That those sachets, they put it together because it has wax, and they put things together and made a polish out of it. And I was wowed. Then another person came and said, you know what? This rice husk, there is a place in the east where they make rice in Abakaliki, that they were at their wit's end on what to do with the waste, the husk. And he decided to convert it to energy. So that husk, he's converted it to energy to further sell. Do you see how people are thinking? Now, what are your sources of business ideas? Sometimes you get stuck searching for a business idea that solves a need and is lucrative. You know, sometimes people say, oh, those of us in Lagos, so things are so tight. It's a lie. You can still make your money in Lagos. You can still become another Dangote in Lagos. You can become another Femi Otedola in Lagos and buy Ferrari for your children, even for your unborn children. You can still buy Ferraris for them. Lagos or Nigeria is full of potentials. It's full of ideas. So many ideas that are profitable and so many innovative businesses that, you know, we are yet to find. Now, let me tell you from your skills and abilities, and I'll go to the women. Women, some of us when we're growing up, especially those of us that went to boarding house and we make our hair. You know, if you don't have somebody else to weave their hair, they will not help you to weave your own on Sunday. So you learn the skill of weaving. So naturally, you got that skill while growing up. Now you find yourself in Lagos. And everybody goes to the salon and spend 5,000 naira to wash and weave hair. This is hair that you can wash and weave in 30 minutes, and it won't cost you more than 1,000 naira. You have that skill, you have the ability. Now it's to translate that into a good business idea. For example, you're a man and you know that, those days in that village, anybody that has their bulb is empty, everybody will be calling you, Tai will come and help me replace my bulb. Anybody that their generator is not starting, Taiwo, come and help me fix my generator. Oh, Taiwo, come and help me clean my plugs. Taiwo is a multi-intelligent man that his hands are very good. Now, Taiwo has skills and ability. It's for him to find out, does he want to do mechanical or does he want to do electrical? He can go into mechanic workshop and learn mechanic and come to do mechanic on the wheel. I am in my office now and my car needs servicing. Taiwo will just drive his truck and come service my car at my point and go away. So Taiwo is not having a mechanic workshop in one place. Taiwo is a mobile mechanic. He's come dressed in his suit and he has his overall. So when he gets to my office, He wears his overall, service my car in the car park, and he collects his money. In fact, Taiwo will go to the extent that says, oh, don't even pay me my money, please. Haja, credit my account transfer. So Taiwo is not getting his hand dirty in collecting cash from me. Taiwo has everything from plugs. Taiwo, you're welcome. From plugs, because I'm seeing your picture on my feed. What I'm looking at, Taiwo, that's why I'm using you as an example. From plugs to fan belt to engine oil to brake fluid, he has everything he needs. Now, if you know that, okay, people are washing car, and you know someone like me, I'm busy Monday to Friday. Is it on Saturday that I'm busy and I don't have a driver? I want to cook for my family over the weekend. Will I have time to go and wash my car? No, you have a mobile car wash. You bring in dry detergents. So you look for offices where they have a lot of cars. You can go to Marina, look for an office, maybe a bank where you can get like 20 cars. I'm going to wash each of your cars for 1,000 naira at your own convenience. You know, so you have skills, you have ability that you have used. You've looked at your environment, you've scanned it, and you're able to do that. Then business idea can come from your family and friends. Again, I'll go to the family setting. We have a lot of young people that, you know, it's no longer like a community when we're growing up, where the community brings you up. If you offend and your mother is not around, your neighbor can beat you. And when your mother comes, heavens will not fall. But these days, everybody is me, myself, my wife, and my children alone. Because we are promoting more of secular nuclear family setting, but we still live in an estate. So those of you that live in an estate or live in a block of flats, you find out that there is this young couple, they leave their child alone with their house girl and they go. You see that they are friends and family and they need help. Your wife is stay at home. Maybe she's cooking at home or learning something at home. She doesn't go out. You can do flyer and go to this your neighbor and say, you know what? When you are going to work, my parlor is free. You can bring your child, but you pay me 1,000 naira per day from 6 a.m. until 4 p.m. Anything after 4 p.m., you pay extra 50 naira. Trust me, because that woman does not need to take her child out of the compound and know that the house girl is there. So the woman drops the child with you in your own parlor while she gives the house girl errand to do, maybe wash the clothes, clean the house. And when she comes in the evening, she carries the child from you. And you that you've taken on one child, 2 children, 3 children, you will not look for your own house help or a nanny that will help you. You have seen a family's need, you have seen a friend's need, and you are providing solutions to it. You have generated a business idea. Little by little, you will now have a crutch. Little by little, you have a crutch. And you know, say they had taken TV for them. You are not employing a teacher because you are not a qualified teacher, but you are keeping them busy and you are making your money. You are not paying tax. You are not going anywhere. It's your parlor that you are using quietly or a room in your house. That is how you see business ideas. Then you can generate business ideas from underutilized resources. And I'll give you another classic example. I have come to work. I got to work at 8 o'clock. I parked my car there. I might not go to that car again until 5 p.m., sometimes 7 p.m. So that means that asset that I have, called my car, it is lying down there from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., useless. Wear and tear will happen on it, whether I drive it or not. Why can't I be smart enough? Look for this car hire or Uber and say, you know what? I'll put my car on Uber from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I put a driver, yeah, you go and drive. Whatever you make, you take 40% of it, you use 10% to fuel the car and to service the car if we save it, and I earn 50%. So while I am sitting in my office doing my work that I am being paid for at the end of the month, the car that I have saved money to buy or have used loan to buy from work, the car is making money for me. A graduate or someone that is unemployed that has learned to drive is getting money. So I have created employment for someone in the society. I am making money for myself, and I am also utilizing my assets. You see how a business idea comes. Now, it could be your hobby. Someone like me, I love cooking. I tell people, I just love cooking. My problem is I love feeding people, and I just love trying new things. About 5 years ago, I just have this love that, okay, every Saturday, since during the week I cannot fry akara. Baba Tope, thank you. Since during the week I cannot fry akara, and I love eating akara. Oyindamola, yes. You have a question? Please go ahead if you have a question, Oyindamola. You have a question? Okay. Well, Damola is not back. Okay. So how do I make money out of this my akara frying habit on Saturday? I'll just sit down the whole Saturday from 8 a.m. until 12. I'm frying akara. And people like free things. My friends that know that I fry akara on Saturday, is that Saturday morning they will decide to drop in on me because they know that there will be akara. And of course, when there is akara, there is either bread or there is pap to go with it. So I sat down. I said, but I cannot just be frying akara, my money, my body, my kitchen, my beans. How do I make money out of this? So I started. I did the first set and I asked them, come and do free tasting. Okay, if you are to buy this akara, how much will you pay? First of all, will you even buy akara? And they say, yes, I'll buy akara because I hate washing beans. Some says, I don't know how to fry it to make it into balls. Some says, I just don't know how to make akara. It's too stressful. But if I see it, I will buy. So we started. We did the first set. Does it meet your taste? Is it? Some people say, I like mine with a bit of pepper. Some say, I don't like pepper. Some say, I want crayfish inside. Some say, I want rodo chopped inside. Some say, I don't like my akara smooth. Some say, I like my akara very smooth. We got that feedback. So we have like 5 different varieties of akara that you can get from Akara Express. So being an entrepreneur, I thought about it. I said, before I start this thing, if I start it and I say they should be paying money into my account, this my friends and family members, they will not take me serious. So I'm going to register this business. So which one is easy for me to register? Sole proprietorship. And how can I make it? I said, because it's something I want people to look forward to on the Express. So I said, okay, Akara Express. Not Express with E, but Express with X. From this side, call it Akara Express. So the first time we did, I took 4,700 naira. I remember that amount clearly because that was the only I had on Friday when I was coming home. I bought everything we needed for the whole hour. Other people but you see, that is my on the I'm not just find a pre-order a day before for you. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Okay, some people can't hear very well.
We can hear you.
Can we hear now?
We can hear you now.
Better now.
Loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay, all right. Okay. So you see, from that's my hobby, cooking, frying. I just realized that this akara that everybody like eating is what I am going to do. And I launched a business. So from my hobby, I generated a business idea. Do you see now that it's possible to generate a business idea from the skills and abilities that you already have, from what you see happening in your environment, from your interaction with your family and friends, from resources or assets that you have down, and from hobbies? Yes. Tell me, questions, answers, understood? Let's hear. Chat me up. Let me know where we are before I move on. I've given you business ideas. Are we there? Hello? Can everyone hear me?
I can hear you, man.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I said questions, answers. Can you hear very well?
I think it's
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Let's take an activity. Can we take an activity before we move to sources? Before we move to the next one, let's take an activity before we look at business viability and how to source money for it. Dapo, can we take an activity? Can we break out session and take our first activity?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, can we take a class
Okay, so
activity?
I should break. Is this the activity we're having now, ma'am? This one on the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
No, not this one. Let's go to activity 1. Using a 1 million naira. Let's start.
Let me just look at that.
No, it's not. Go to the class. It's the class activity where they will have the 1 million to fund their business. I want them to generate business ideas.
Okay, are you giving them separately? It's not in the slide.
It's not in this slide, but it's in the training
Lesson
slide.
plan?
Yes, it's in the lesson plan.
Okay. I'll just pull that up 1 minute.
Scroll to lesson plan.
1 minute, ma'am.
Okay. I suppose I've done this at the beginning, but I want us to take it now.
Okay.
Okay, class, while Dapo is trying to sort it out, I think we all have a group. We are divided into 6 groups. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. You're very right.
Do you all have a team lead? Is there team lead?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we have team leads, ma'am.
Okay, I want the team leads to get the teams together, and you are going to get a basket or a bowl or something, a paper. Okay, I need all of you to think about a problem that and you generate a business idea for it. And I am going to give you 1 million naira for funding for that business. It's an activity. Create a solution. And you people will come and pitch it for me. And the best team will get a cash gift.
Okay.
Do we understand that activity?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. That's activity 1 on introduction. Fantastic. Okay. Can we all see it? But I mean, irrespective of that instruction, what I want you to do is each group is to think about a problem and what solution are they offering. Let's do that for 15 minutes.
So we should break them out now? 5 minutes
to go through it. Yes, please break them out. They will do this, they will find a problem and the solution to it. And each team lead will present to us. So we'll start now.
Okay, I'm breaking them out now.
It's just for 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Okay. Are we all back?
Oh. Yes, ma.
Yes, ma.
Are we all back?
Yes, ma.
Okay, how was the breakout session? I could hear ideas of cleaning bathrooms, gear in the traffic. There were some innovative ideas. Are we on the same page? If you can proceed, okay. We'll do your presentation after. Who can hear me? Who can hear me again? Okay, Oluwatosi can hear, Chiamaka can hear, Obiageli can hear. Where are the men? The men cannot hear me. It's only women that can hear me. How your business, is it a viable business? Thank you, Habila. Is it a viable business? How do you know if your business is viable? You know, I remember I started Akara Express. So this Akara Express, how long can this Akara Express survive? Won't somebody else come and create and start selling Akara? Yes, somebody else can come and start selling. But what I've done is I have thought about the long way of innovating. I look for a place in Marina to do the same Akara, taking me close to my people, to my customers, some of my customers, because I needed to attend to the corporate world. Then what I've done is I've developed a franchise stage, build franchise. I want people to also offer the same Akara Express, meaning I have a franchise now. So I have moved my Akara from my kitchen to my to a business that is long, a business that is viable, a business that will transcend beyond Rally alone. So my Akara business is patented. My Akara business has a franchise. My Akara business has a formula. I know the number of pepper I must put in a certain number of beans. So can your business survive? You need to decide how long can your business survive for? How long will you have that profit every year? Remember the pure water sachet that say when you are collecting, whether we like it or not, for us to go back as a country to drinking clean pipe-borne water, it might take us another 20 years. So that means if you start that recycling and collection, that business is viable for another 20 years. Trust me. Just a second, please. Please let Chairman come up. Do you understand? So it means that it will survive. So when you start a business, you must find out the viability of that business. Don't go and do business because other people are doing it and I just want to do it. No. Now, what are the factors that determine if your business is viable? Please, if you have questions, draw me back. And if you are hearing me from time to time, please thumbs up for me. Ezekiel, thank you. Habib Isa, thumbs up. Baba Tokpe, thumbs up if you are hearing me. Now, what are the factors that would determine whether my business is viable? It means how invested I am. Thank you, Ojako. How invested am I in this business? Am I willing to go all the way? Thank you, Princess Ogechi. Am I willing to go all the way? Profit potential. What so they will continue to demand for my Akara on Saturday and Sunday. What about competition? I've just sorted out, Emeka, thank you. I've sorted out competition. I'm reinventing my business. I'm adding more things to eat. So even if you start, before you get to me, I'm always a step ahead. Now, legal requirement. Remember, I went and registered it as Akara Express. Please, I went and registered it as Akara Express. So my business is already registered. So you cannot take it out of me. I'm in a class. So you cannot take it out of me. So my business is already registered. Money and capital. I had the money to start the 4,700. I've been selling and I've been flying back. So I have the money. Asset, and I'll tell you the funny thing. It took me 1 month to be able to sort out my blending. I was using a blender in the house. Then the Yoruba people know the error that in the so I went to buy it and I took somebody from Lagos Island. Oh, Dapo, they can't view the slide. Please project the slide for them, Dapo. Dapo, project my slide.
On that one.
So what did I do? Dapo, project the slide. Okay. So what did I do? I went to buy grinding machine. That error, and I took somebody from Lagos Island to teach me how to use it, so that in case one day my worker decides not to come, that's their business, I can still grind. Now, the skills required, I had to learn how many minutes it will take me to beat the akara, to enjoy that fluffy thing that I wanted in the akara. So that is the skill I had to require it. Then the passion, remember my passion for cooking is still has kept me. The profit would have, the more profit I will make. And the more the corporate women and people, housewives that are lazy or don't know how to wash or don't have house help to wash things, the more I'll be in demand. Yes, competition, the more people see that they think it's just akara she's frying. After all, people have been frying akara by the roadside. Remember, I have 5 varieties of my akara. So I already thought about that, and I thought about my legal competition. So these are factors that are very important in business viability. Now, there are 4 things you should also note when you're taking business. The me inside. Do I have a business idea, or do I want to create a business idea? Do I have the skill to learn this business? Do I know what it is to start a business? Now, do I have the passion? Now, do I have the skill? I have the skill. I know how to fry akara. Now, do I have the asset for this akara? Do I have a space? Being 2 months, and when I needed to look for a structure and for that paid for capital 4,000. An idea and you don't have assets, you can source for the assets. If you have an idea and you don't have skill, you can learn the skill. That is why my Igbo brothers are the best businessmen and women today, because they go and take on mentoring. They go into a place and serve a master, and they do freedom. It's the same thing with sewing and saloon. Those days they say I've finished learning to sew. I have to do freedom. So you cut important required. Now I don't have money, and I'll give you one thing for free. If you roadside, you just come from the farm, you have a whole pack of yam. You say, please let me put this load on my head. If you are not bending down, trying to lift, nobody will help you to load. So you have a bit skill from here. Must 1 naira to commit in. If you don't bring 1 naira to commit into that business, nobody will take you serious. So it could be that you have one thing to sell. It could be that somebody has dashed you money. It could be that you have saved for it. It could be that this is your idea. If you go and share it with, if I go and share my idea with Dapo will say, Ralia, this is a beautiful idea. but I don't have time to run this business with you. How much do you need to do this business? You know what? I'll bring this money to do this business, but I will own half of the business. So already you've shared your idea and you have an investor. Simple. You can also go and take credit. Like when I wanted to start that akara, if I don't have money and I want to start akara, I could go to the woman that sells beans. I say, please, mama, give me a paint bucket of beans for 2,000 naira. I'll return your money tomorrow. The malam by the roadside, I say, malam, give me pepper for 1,000. That is crazy now employment. Every 50,000 naira towards my partners. I can also take money from the 3Fs. Who knows what the 3F is? Whoever knows what the 3F is, I'll give you 1,000 naira credit. I have class. Who knows what the 3F is? Please start it for me. The 3Fs that can give you money for your business. What is the 3F? Who are the 3Fs? Whoever gets it first will get 1,000 naira. Who are the 3Fs that you get money from to start a business? What is the 3F? I'm waiting. I say 3. The 3 must be together. You can't just give me 1. So Olaide, you are wrong. It's not correct. Oh, Fahida, thank you. No, Fahida's got it. Fahida Badamasi, family, friends, and fool. Please, that fool is silent. Don't quote the fool. Thank you, Christopher. Financial institution, your record must be right before you see. So for family, friends, and fools, when you have an idea, there must be somebody in your family that is willing to invest in you. Then you must have a friend. Thank you, Habib. It was Fahida that got it. So Fahida Badamosi, private chats me, and I'll send you 1,000 naira credit. So a family member must believe in your business. A friend must believe in your business. Then sometimes there's just one fool there. You just go and meet him, one uncle somewhere. You say, you know what, I'm looking for 5 million naira to start business. You need 5 million naira. The fool will give you the 5 million naira without asking money. But keep that very quiet, silent to yourself. Don't tell anybody. But these are the 3 F's that you start business. And this business was capital intensive. I took jewelry that I was using. I had used the jewelry for 3 years. I sold it. So I have my initial capital. So I was able to pay for the rent. But after paying for the rent of the building, I needed money to buy stock. So I went to my friend, who is a friend. My friend gave me part of the money. The money wasn't still enough. So I went to my family. I went to my husband. He gave me part of the money. And that's how I was able to start that business. So you see, I had made use of the 2 out of the 3 F's. And I've also used part of my saving. So if we understand and we are on the same page, can I have thumbs up before I move to record keeping and bookkeeping? If we understand, if we're on the same page, can I have thumbs up? Thank you, Oluwatosin. I need Nafisa, thank you. I need 5 thumbs up. Emeka, thank you. Ezekiel, thank you. And Fahida, thank you. Baba Tope, thank you. Oluwarotimi, thank you. Okay. So I'm sure that Knowledge Exchange is going to share. Okay, Netega, thank you. They're going to share this slide so that you look at it and you ask all your questions. Gabriel, thank you. Okay, now record keeping and bookkeeping. Can 2 people tell me the difference between record keeping? Okay, if Fedayo has something to say, please go ahead, Fedayo. We are listening to you.
Okay, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Fedayo.
Please, we said we can get and we can source for fund from 3 persons: family, friends, and fools. The question I have to ask is this: just because a person has decided to help you with fund, does that qualify the person to be called a fool? What if the person has decided not to give it to you? Would the person be considered to be wise?
No, we name the person fool not because the person is a fool. It's because the person did not ask you the prerequisite questions that an investor will ask. If I want to give, sometimes some people just don't want your stress. They have the money, they have the resources, just to make life easy for you. They say, you know what, you are looking for 1 million. It's not as if they are fools. They just don't have the energy and the stress. So the fool is a perception. It's not as if they are foolish. They are wise people, but they are people that don't like stress. They are people that just want to make life easy for you. And it's because they also have unlimited resources, can do without that money. That's why we call them fools. The concept of it, the perception. So this is a word of perception and concept. So please, they are not foolish. They are normal people, smart people. We have a child. The child, but the child comes and says, "Mommy, I want that child doesn't need that the 2 slices of bread, but you indulge the child, show the child, okay, go ahead and take the 2 slices extra." So they are not fools. It's just that the way we put it. Do we understand?
Okay, ma'am.
Ifedayo, do you understand now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Now, who can define record keeping and bookkeeping for me? I just need 2 definitions. Record keeping and bookkeeping. Nobody is defining record for me. Hello, are we there? Okay. Oyindamola says record keeping involves taking note of all information in regards to the business. Bookkeeping involves taking note of all financial activities. Oyindamola 1,000 naira. Oyindamola and Fahida 1,000 naira each. Oyindamola, are you a man or a woman? Tega says bookkeeping, keeping records of your daily activities, record man. The women have it. Yes. Fahida, thank you. Okay. You are very correct. It is necessary and valuable to understand the importance of record keeping, basic bookkeeping, and skills to manage your business. It's very important. You know, those days, even our parents that couldn't, that didn't know how to read. If you have a parent that used to sell in the market, they have a piece of paper. So when you close from school and you meet them, they will tell you, "Oh yeah, write this thing here, 4 cartons." Then sometimes on the wall of the warehouse, you see them where they will write the number of cartons of the items they take delivery. So record keeping is actually a systematic procedure in which records of a business are created, captured, and maintained. It's simple. It's a systematic procedure. There is no hard and fast rule. You could have a notebook. And I always advise every entrepreneur to have a notebook. You take a notebook, everything you do in that business, the statement of accounts, the cash book, the receipts, the suppliers, the invoice, the contract agreement, the assets you have, the people owing you, the salary you pay, the money you use in recharging your phone, everything to do with that business is keeping. In fact, including the time you people resume office, the time you closed office, is record keeping. The phone call you made, this training you've attended, what you've gained in it, how much you've spent in it, is called record keeping. Everything that has to do with that business, if you keep it systematically and it's captured well and it is maintained, you are very dedicated in keeping it. It's called record keeping. It's not the one that today you write that we bought diesel for generator. Diesel at 148 naira, we bought 10 liters. Tomorrow you buy, you won't write. Next tomorrow you write, and we bought diesel, and you can't remember. The moment you are buying it, you are keeping it. You pass toll gates in Lekki, I pay 200 naira. You will write it. We bought another battery for that generator. You will write it. You have an agreement with Ralia to supply her diesel every month. That agreement, you will keep it. The date it was signed. you must keep it. That is what we call record keeping. While bookkeeping is tracking how much money comes into your business and go out of your business, and the reason why it goes out of your business, and the reason why it comes into your business. Because you can have money from selling your products. That is money. The money you use in buying your products. The money people are owing you. The money you are owing people. The money you use in paying salaries. The money salaries include yourself. Those are bookkeeping. So it is important that any money that comes into your business, any financial transaction must be kept. So example of money that comes into your business is customer buys your products, money has come into your business. You receive loan from a friend and put it into your business, money has come into your business. A new partner comes in, I decide to partner for Oyindamola now, and I put money in, money has come in. So that is the way money comes into your business. But if you make payment to restock your inventory, money did not come into your business. So money has gone out of your business. If you have taken a loan to buy extra stock, so when you are repaying that loan, money is going out of your business. When your rent is expired, and you're also buying diesel and buying NEPA, that is rent and utility, money is leaving your business. At the end of the month, when you pay salaries, money is going out of your business. If you need to renew your legal license, legal requirements, like maybe you have a NAFDAC number and there's something you pay to NAFDAC every year to renew your license, you do your CAC annual return, money is leaving your business. So you must know where money lives and money comes in. And usually there are like 3 methods of bookkeeping. Remember, bookkeeping has to do with financial things. So you can decide to keep your money in a savings thing. You can have gongoni, we call it a savings bank, piggy bank. You can decide to be saving money there. You can decide to have a small bag in your house and be putting bookkeeping template on your system. So that one is being now it's being surveyed, technologically surveyed. So you can have that. You can also have your profit and loss sheets where you'll be writing all expenses, all expenditures, you'll be writing it. These are all ways of keeping money in your business. But most importantly, like I said, in being an entrepreneur, it is important, even if it means to hire one staff, that maybe one secondary school leader that you'll be paying. All the person does is record keeping, bookkeeping. From your record keeping, you can take out your bookkeeping. You can create your bookkeeping. So business, you can identify those things that are eating your money in a business. Questions, answers, then activities, and we questions, contributions, answers. Ask question now, 2 minutes before Dapo takes over this class. So, Oyindamola, everybody ask question. Ask question. Hello, are we there? Are we there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dapo, can you hear me? Dapo, what class do they have later in the day or tomorrow?
Tomorrow they have data analysis and application of data. They also
I would like to have a 30 minutes for them to put their thoughts together and questions and finish activity. I want a 30 minutes tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, okay, man. What
Yes,
time
I want a
tomorrow
30 minutes. The 30 minutes can. 12 noon is fine for me. Just 30 minutes. 12 noon to 12:30 is fine.
Okay, man.
All right.
That's fine.
How do you know you are ready to start up your own enterprise? When you have, how do you know you are ready to start your own enterprise? Remember those, what do they call it? Show them the project the slide 3 or 4. What are the features of an entrepreneur for them? So class, Dapo is going to share this slide with all of you and you will look at it. And tomorrow for 30 minutes, I'm going to come back and we'll take questions and finish our activity. How do you take advantage of social media for your business? All these questions, Dapo, please put them together and I'll come tomorrow 30 minutes and take it with you, okay? Remember, I work in a bank. I have to go for a meeting now.
Hello,
okay, I have to go for a meeting now. Hello. Hello, Dapo.
So they will have the other presentation that they had the breakout session for tomorrow too, or they can have that today?
Yes, they can have it now. You can supervise that one today. We have 30 minutes more. Please supervise it.
Okay.
So every question, please put together. I will join you people tomorrow at 12:30. Thank you, class. Thank you, Baba Tokbe. Thank you, Chiamaka. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Damilarian. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Damilola, Ejiru, Emeka, Emmanuel. Ezekiel, Fahida, Gabriel, Habila, Habib, Hamid, Ifedayo, Kayode, Nafisa. Nimah, thank you. You keep going in and out. Nimah Masuud. Obiageli, thank you. Tega, thank you. Anolaide and Ojako, thank you. Oluwafemi, thank you. Oluwatosi Opeyemi and Oyindamola, thank you. Princess Ogechi, thank you for being a valuable member. And Ramad Badiru, thank you. Timothy Chiamaka Folahan. And those that I forgot to call their names, I love you still. It's just that I don't have the time to call you. Thank you all and see you. Talk to you tomorrow.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. You can hear you, sir.
We can hear you, sir.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Okay. Can you guys hear me? So That's Mrs. Ralia. She needs to go. So she will be coming back 30 minutes tomorrow to finish up you guys. So majorly, she gave us an assignment to do, presentation. Are the groups head ready to make those presentations now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll be calling the groups randomly to start their presentation. So Ed, can you go first, please?
Right.
Please give me group red. Who is your representative, please? Is anyone from group red on the
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
So my name is Damilare Babalola. I'm speaking on behalf of Group Red. So the name of our
all right, go on. Can you
business is called the Royal Cleaning Service. And our vision is to be Nigerians' foremost home cleaning service and become residential friendly. And we also hope to have about 200 franchises across the globe. And our mission is we're committed to providing a palace quality cleaning service to our clients by exceeding expectations. So the business is basically an home cleaning service. We were able to identify that, for instance, in Lagos, we have some professionals and business people who are very busy and they really can't lay hold of having to clean their house every time, and most especially for the toilets, for their toilets and their personal lounge. So we hope to render this service to them by helping through cleaning their toilets and cleaning their homes, their residents. And as we're trying to help them solve this problem, it's also going to be profitable. We know very well that there are many people who are into this business across Nigeria. It's not a new business, but one of our leverage in moving into the market is the fact that we render palace quality cleaning, and not just the normal cleaning around the residents and the toilets, with the sense of a palace quality cleaning service. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Jamla. Hello,
Yes,
Jamla,
sir.
are you there?
Yes, sir.
In this your business, we know that so many people are doing the business, right? How are you looking to fight competition? What is the edge your business has over other competitors?
Okay. Our business is that our business is a flexible business. We're not restricted to a particular time of service, and we also deliver rapid service. So we are always there, back and call.
I can hardly hear you.
Can you hear me very well now, sir? Is it better now, sir?
I think it's better.
Okay, so the leverage we have as an added advantage for our business is that we render our services at a snap. And we don't just render shabby service. Like I said, we render palace quality service at a snap. So that's one of our added advantage. And another advantage we are leveraging on as a business is that we are always at your beck and call. We are not restricted to a particular time. Our business is flexible. So if you need an urgent or emergency home cleaning service, we are the right person for you to put a call across to. Thank you, sir.
Then in terms of profitability, how profitable do you think delivering this service is?
Okay, in terms of profitability, it's a very profitable business. Definitely, it won't come.
I want a little bit of numbers.
Okay, it's very profitable because having to buy our equipment, the equipment we'll be needing to offer to render our services will cost us, at least for a start, at about 200,000 naira, having to get the cleaning machine and some toiletries and all of those things. It will cost us about 200,000 naira for a start. Then if that 200,000 naira, the equipment we get can help us render service to at least about 100 residents. So for each resident, if we're going to be doing the toilet cleaning or the entire residence cleaning, it will cost us at least, we render our service for nothing less than 30,000 naira. So if we get that 30,000 naira across 100 residents, it will help us get our capital back and also still have a very good profit for a start as a startup business.
Okay. Then in terms of how do you you said you will be available at all times, right?
Yes, sir.
Who are your target markets for business? Who are the target markets for your business?
Our target markets are professionals in different sectors and also business who are very busy, and most especially women who cannot wash their toilets by themselves because of the minor injury that they get to have while doing all of those things. And while some of them are very busy, that their weekend is only the period they have, which they often use to rest. And having to clean up their toilet or their residence is like,
what edge does this have to? What edge does this have to all those, all those women that you just pay 1,000 naira and they will do the whole work? What difference does this give? I can always call somebody in my area, a woman, give her 1,000 and she does all this for me, instead of calling you that might probably be higher in terms of cost. What edge does this have?
Okay, sir. So one of the hedges we have, which were part of what I mentioned earlier, is the fact that we don't just offer services to clean up your residence, we offer quality service, and we are also making use of advanced machinery to clean your house. So we're not just coming to clean your house that looks a bit good, but we offer sparkling, palace quality cleaning service.
Can't hear you, Damilare. I think we lost you. Are you there?
Oh, yes, I'm here, sir. Okay, I should come again. Should I repeat myself?
That last point. That last point.
Okay, so the leverage we have over other guys that they get to call upon for 1,000 and all of those things is the fact that we offer palace quality cleaning service with advanced equipment, not just
Nice. Okay. Let's have Team Purple, please. Are you there, Team Purple? Representative for Team Purple.
Yes, yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Go on. Introduce yourself and go on.
Okay. All right. The name of our business is
Please speak up. You seem very low. Speak up, please.
Okay, can you hear me now, sir?
I think it's better.
All right, so yeah, the name of our business is Purple Paper Bottles. Purple Paper Bottles. And
Purple what?
Paper Bottle. Paper Bottle Company.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So our aim is to solve the problem of we aim to reduce the prevalence of plastic bottles in the environment, because we know plastic bottles are uh, non-degradable and they are not really eco-friendly. But these paper bottles are very much eco-friendly. Yeah, and our mission is simply to save the planet. The reason is simply because it takes about 800 years for plastic bottles to biodegrade, and which of course is not this case for paper bottles. So we came up with the idea to make use of bamboo
Is
trees.
this the same thing as recycling?
No, it's not exactly. It's just an alternative to paper bottles, sir. It's not recycling. An alternative to plastic bottles, sorry, sir. You say it's not recycling. Are you with me,
Okay,
sir?
go on.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
perfect. I'm with you.
All right, sir. So 80 about many plastic bottles are produced yearly, and it takes about 800 years for them to biodegrade. So we, from our research, banana trees and bamboo trees can be used to produce these paper bottles. And how do we make it safe? And these paper bottles are also waterproof. A little bit of silicone is added in the interior of the bottle. And if you make our research very well, you will find that silicone is non-toxic and it is not harmful to the health of humans. Our aim, the reason why we decided to look for an alternative to plastic bottle is because um, paper bottle will increase compostability. It will increase. It can also be renewable. Renewable. It's renewable. It's recyclable and it's biodegradable. And it's also appealing to the touch of humans. So what we just aim to do is to provide these bottles. Our target market are people mainly involved in water treatment, production of water. So they come, you brand our stock bottle with your custom label, then we provide these bottles for you, then you use it to brand your products and all. So, and it's a very profitable business. At least the it's just to mix or get in contact with people that are working in these forest reserves, these people that deal with trees and everything. So we just be able to um, get in contact with them and get the resources, mainly from banana trees and bamboo husks. So what else?
Okay. So your business, how profitable do you think it will be?
Yes, I believe it's going to be profitable. Reason um, the first thing I think we need to do to bring out the profitability in the business is, first of all, we need to educate.
Can you put that earpiece, what's it called, to your mouth so I can hear you very? I can hardly hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me, sir, now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I said,
better.
okay. I said the first thing we need to do to bring up the profitability is, I think we need to educate individuals about the use or the importance of using paper bottles, about the influence on the environment. Like unlike the plastic bottles that can cause flooding and other environmental hazards, paper bottles definitely won't do that. So about the profitability, we need to educate them on the essence of using these paper bottles so that it will bring about a mind shift from plastic bottles to the use of paper bottles. So, and I believe it can about 80% increase in profit is very much achievable. So,
Okay. How sustainable do you think this is over time? Do you think the business is a sustainable one?
yes, it is very sustainable. The goal of the business over time is to maximize compostability and sustainability. It's if it is to be even the paper bottle, if one decides to dispose it, it biodegrades very easily, very fast. So it's sustainable, it can stand the test of time. The paper bottle is waterproof, so it can be used over time.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So
Let's have Team Orange, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah. Abib Hisa, I'll be representing Team Orange for this discussion. Can I go on, sir?
Your network is a little bit scrambling, but let's see.
Okay, so our business name is Premium Agricultural Services.
Premium Agricultural Services.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I guess as much. Yeah.
Okay. So
you influenced this idea, right, Abib?
No, I didn't. It was the group discussion, so it was not my. It was not my personal opinion. So the aim of the company or the organization is to get farmland, because Nigeria is blessed with land across the entire country that are just left barren. Most of these lands are not in use. So the initial step we plan to do is to solve the food security problem we have in Nigeria. So our first step is to get land across different states. And from our research that we made, we found that most of these lands can be leased at very, very cheap price. There are even some certain communities that are willing to give out their land for free. So if you have to lease the land, we are looking at, let's say, 10,000 per hectare. So if you have 10 hectares, that is 100,000 naira. So we plan to plant cash crops like rice, tomatoes, and cassava. So on planting those crops, we would get laborers to work with us, and we also have experienced professionals that would put us through on how to go about it. After harvesting, then we will plan to move them to a processing facility for millet, for rice, and of course for tomatoes. We have processing facilities as well because of their perishable natures. So moving on, after the whole processing of the crops, we move them down to different
I'm stressing
regions.
to hear you. I'm stressing to hear you. Your network is I'm really stressing to hear. Is there a team member that can help out? I'm really stressing to hear you.
Am I clear this way, sir?
It's not as if you are not clear, but it's giving that scrambling. Your network keeps going down and up, down and up.
Probably I'll just call another team member to help out. Or is it better this way, sir?
Just call on another team member to help, because I can hardly hear.
Okay. Probably move forward. Yeah, bro. Or should I switch off my video?
Abib, if you can turn off your video and it gets better, maybe you should.
I've turned the video off now, sir. I don't know if it is better.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so what I said was we are going to get farmland in different locations across the country.
Okay.
Can I move on, sir?
Go on.
Okay, so we are going to get farmland in different locations across the country at cheap price. So because our plan is not to have a permanent land, but rather we'll be leasing this land in order to save costs, because we have a limited budget. So we plan on getting 10 hectares in different locations. So we're looking at a budget of 100,000 naira for the land. Then we'll
Budget
get
of 100,000 naira.
For land alone. Land alone.
So wait, let me get you right. You said you'll be having different land across the nation, right?
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
you'll be having 10 hectares in each place,
Yeah.
Abi?
No, not each place. Probably
Altogether.
2 hectares in a place. Altogether 10 hectares.
10
in one place,
hectares
depending on the crop that is viable in that region. That is all.
And your budget for the land is 100,000 naira?
100,000 naira for the land.
All right.
Okay. So we plant different crops. We are looking at tomatoes, rice, and cassava because those are the common consumable food we have in Nigeria. So most of the farmland we use for production of rice. And we also get a milling facility and a processing facility for the tomatoes because of the perishable nature of tomatoes. So after milling of the rice and the husking and processing some parts of the tomato, because we don't process everything, some of them will be processed in order to prevent them from perishing, while others will be transported fresh, depending on the distance between the production area and the consumption area. So our target is major cities like Ibadan, Lagos that they have huge population, and probably Lagos and Ibadan majorly for Southwest because the North is known for large production of food. So we are targeting the Southwestern states. So on getting to Lagos, we already have a target market. We have people already in demand of rice. So we are looking at, due to the fact that our products are produced with not too expensive amounts of money, so our price will be lesser than the market price. So rice for now sells about 25,000. So if you are bringing ours for the rate of 20,000, it means there is a higher possibility of sales. And we're also offering to bring the product down to each household because that is our mission, to bring agricultural product to the household, every household in Nigeria. So we are starting with Southwest for a start. So we plan to bring the agricultural product to every household. So you don't have to worry about going to the market to get your foodstuff. We'll bring the foodstuff down to your household. So for those that want the fresh tomatoes, they'll get the fresh tomatoes. And for those that want it processed, they have it processed. And we even have plans of drying the tomatoes and using it to produce probably ketchup and other products aside from the common one we are used to. So that's our plan for now.
Oh, okay. Number one thing is you didn't speak so much about how to use if you remember the question, you were given 1 million naira. You didn't speak so much on how to utilize that money. You only spoke about the money for the land, and that was it. And also, the plan still seems okay. Why am I even giving you feedback? In 6 months, do you think you can recuperate your initial investment and make some profit on this business plan you just spoke about, or this business idea you just spoke
about? Yes. In 6 months, we can recuperate that because from 1 hectare of land, we are looking at producing 40 to 50 bags of rice. And if you are selling at the rate of 20,000 now, 40 bags of rice is 800,000. That is just from 1 hectare. So if you're looking at 4 hectares of rice alone, that is about 3.2 million. So we are recuperating even, and that is just for rice. We still have the tomatoes.
And in terms of farming, you said you have different locations and you picked Ibadan and Lagos as your major cities because of the population, right?
Yes, that is for where the product will be sold. But for the production itself, we would probably use Oyo.
Where will the farming take place?
Oyo, Osun, and Ogun State.
But the distribution and the selling will take place in Lagos and Ibadan.
And Ibadan. Yes, sir.
So So your competitive edge is that you will be producing, for example, rice at a cheaper rate. So people that are already doing that.
Yes.
And also, it will be
deliver it
available
to the
at
doorstep.
everybody's doorstep.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. Gabriel was raising up his hand. I don't know if he
Probably
wants
has
to
an input.
Yes, Mr. Jibori, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Just to thank you very much, Abi. So, as he rightly said, it was a group of what's it called consensus. We brought different ideas together to make it work. So, but to buttress what he was trying to say, the idea is to remove the gap. The intermediaries. So it's just a raw idea. There is room for progress, but really the idea is to make direct delivery of agricultural services, products to individual homes. So the rice is actually going to be the local type, such that by the time we produce it, we have different packages. We package them in different sizes of kilograms, and then each per kilogram there is a particular price. So a family that just feels like, oh, it's been long, we actually had this kind of rice. So we are going to have a specific or strategic centers where we're going to store those products temporarily. So we're not going to hold too much inventory. So anytime we'll probably connive with a tech person, to build an app for us. So we get direct orders from them. So we find a way to packaging and then deliver them through logistics service providers. So they place an order on the app, so we deliver in packages. So as regards the tomato aspect, so our farms are going to have all these kind of products, and including maybe pepper. But then we're not including onions for now. So the idea is that many homes, especially workers in Lagos or even in Ibadan, permit me to use posh, quote and unquote, please. So they really don't have the stress. They don't like the stress of going to the market and selling their. It's rainy season. Most people are weary of going to the market. So we want to make life easy for them, so that you can just place an order. A farm. We have a special storage temperature facility that is inexpensive. They install those things, spending the time. Deliver to homes specifically in those areas where he has mentioned. And our distribution is not going to be outside of our farming areas alone, but also inclusive of those farming areas. So that's that about that. So, and for perishable goods that cannot make it fresh, is there for a reason. So the venting temperature, cooling temperature, so what we dry them, those ones that are out of tending to perish, we dry them, mill them, package them, and then sell them. It's just a thing that's okay. Homes can just say out of package nylons, say into maybe a bowl, they paste it themselves. And the kind of milling we are going to use, we're not going to use expensive machines. There are milling machines that can, drying is very inexpensive, and besides, the labor around it is very cheap. So you don't have any issue of having to pay anybody expensive wages.
If I get you guys right, you will do the farming,
we'll
production but make it available to your consumers directly.
Yes, directly. Okay. So it won't have to pass through.
Which means you do a lot of logistics with it in terms of delivering the product.
Yes.
So
yes.
how do you factor that in your initial capital? Because that will also mean that it might mean that your product will be higher in terms of prices, or people will pay for your product and also pay for delivery services. Which still means that your product will be higher. Right. So, and your value proposition was that you'll be able to give to your customers at a reduced rate. Let's say a bag of rice in the market is 30K. You'll be able to do 20K. But looking at what you all have said, looking at the heavy logistics that will be involved in terms of reaching directly to your consumers, how do you plan to solve that dilemma?
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Jibali, for the question. So the idea is to start small, to think big, but start small. So even though we've actually kind of exploded the plan, kind of in a way, the idea is to start small. So we can be supplying to our time in the meantime, and then accrue enough, returns, then plan on how we can extend our reach to all these other areas that we have mentioned. So, but really, the truth of the matter is, we plan to cut ultimate price, cost of this product by at least 5%. It's something by at least 5%, and I think we're going to factor in a lot of things. We have people who have we have someone who has.
Okay, I think I've gotten what I want to get from the presentation.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Joel.
So I will move to the other group. Group Blue, can we have you, please?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello, my name is Oshin Oluwatosin. I'm representing Blue Group. The name of our company is Blue Glow Waste Collection and Logistics. First thing we did was to identify the problem, and our case study is Lagos, specifically Lagos. We noticed that 10,000 tons of waste are being generated in Lagos daily, and that's about 70,000 weekly, 280,000 monthly, and 336,000 tons of waste yearly. Then the thing we realized was collection was only for 20 to 30%. Definitely, Loma couldn't get to so many places in Lagos. So only 20% of those waste are being carried. So our own business is to collect waste via logistics. So we thought in our group, what can we do to enhance Loma and make Lagos a better place? So we felt by having logistic bikes that can go into the nooks and crannies of Lagos, that can go into estates that are abandoned. Like for instance, now I stay in Jubilee or Tedola Estate, just before you get to Berger. And in my estate, you can find a lot of the waste, what's it called? The waste trash, everything, nobody's catering for them. And at times when you come out at night to buy things, you see rats everywhere in Jubilee or Tedola Estate. So we felt if you can have logistic bikes that can go into the nooks and crannies of Lagos, and Lagos by far we know is one of the dirtiest states in Nigeria. So if we can have these logistic bikes going around, they can fetch us this waste and guarantee us money. And also, the idea also is to make sure the waste are categorized. We felt it's not just about getting the waste. Now we have perishable waste, we have the plastic waste, we have the metallic waste. Now, by partnering with major recycling companies in Lagos, which I know they want people that can bring waste to them. So it's already a big opportunity for our company. We are not striving, we are not struggling to get any opportunity. It's already there in Lagos for us. So partnering with them, we can assure them that we can get them this waste at least 2 to 3 times every week. So we go to these places twice or 3 times in a week, because we felt if we wait till a week or wait till 2 weeks, this waste will be so much that our logistic bikes will not be able to get them. So having bikes that can go there twice or thrice in a week will afford us the opportunity to get all this waste and get them to the recyclers. And also, we are going to give to our customers who will be patronizing us a specific lineup that will allow them to appropriate their waste in the right way. So we have people that will be giving us plastics. If you know your waste are plastics, if you know you have perishable waste, and if you know you have aluminum or metallic waste. And also in Lagos, if you can get a ton of aluminum, you are going to be paid 100,000 naira. So it is a win-win situation for our company. And also we went on to discover that the cost of a bike is just a logistic bike is 120,000 naira. That's a very good thing for us. And there are so many housing estates in Lagos. We can't start with all the places in Lagos for sure, but we are starting with estates because we know there are rich people there. There are people that have waste issues. So if you can start with 2 estates, for instance, you can start on the mainland, you can start with Otedola estate, you can start with Jubilee estate, you can go around Yaban, so beautiful, so many beautiful estates, you can start around there. We can stand the chance of opening so many estates to our issue of waste collection and logistics. And before I've said the cost of our bike is 120,000 per one. So we are looking to buy 5. That's 600,000 out of the 1 million. We have 400,000 to register our company with the CAC and also to manage our bikes till at least within 6 months so that we can get enough capital to continue to run the business. Enough profit to continue to run the company. And also, before I round up, also, yes, we've also felt we can enlarge our coast, so to say, because we feel from perishable waste, we can have biofuel. And Nigeria is also a developing country in the world, which knows that renewable energy is very, very important and crucial to the survival of power generation and gas generation. So from our perishable waste, we can create what we call mini or semi-tanks, where we store this perishable waste and we can sell from that through scientific ways. We can also start selling mini gas generators for our household, for people who want to use their waste for gas generation. And for biofuel, that's a very big idea, but we felt starting from gas generation, just from mini tanks and a steerer, we can get gases into households. And with time, we can get biofuel that are using alternators from gases. So that is our own blueprint as for Blue Glow waste collection and logistics. Sir. Thank you, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay. If I could, yeah, perfectly. If I could hear you guys right, you want to go into waste management, and majorly Lagos is the target state because it's one of the dirtiest states in Nigeria. Also, how do you, for example, in Lagos State, one of the major sources of revenue that Lagos has is waste management revenue. In fact, the government when Loma was functioning, the government even gives quota to them and quota to as to how much they are to remit every month. And also the different areas are categorized and their waste bill are different. For example, we have commercial areas, or we have residential areas, and we have markets and things like that. And these are very different in terms of their waste collection. So, which means a little bit of monopoly is in the waste management sector because it's majorly done by the government. Although some of private people are doing it, but they are partnering with the government. Government is majorly in charge of waste management in Lagos State. Looking at this and looking that you have 1 million naira, how do you tend to solve this order? Are you there? Hello? Tosin, did you get that? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So where is Tosin?
Sir. Hello, sir.
Did you get what I said?
The network, yeah, sir.
Should I come back again? Should I
Please,
say it again?
If you can, sir.
Okay. So you said you guys are going into waste management business, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
Lagos State is your major target state because it's one of the dirtiest states in Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
Good. I now brought it up to your notice that waste management in Lagos is majorly regulated by the government.
Yes, sir.
Right? Whereby
yes, sir.
in fact, it is one of their major sources of revenue in Lagos.
Yes,
If you
yes,
could remember, one of the things that even threw Ambode out of office was because of waste management, which shows you how important waste management is in Lagos, right?
Yes,
so also, the government also have it so much covered that they have different tariff rates for different places. For example, they have it broken down into commercial, residential, and things like that. For residential, it's a little bit subsidized than the commercial areas. Right. We have some private members that work, but majorly they are not working standalone. They are working with the government, whereby they remit a certain amount to the government, but it's still government regulated.
Yes,
Which means waste management in Lagos is majorly government regulated. Looking at you having a budget of 1 million naira and you want to do waste management in Lagos, how do you tend to solve that problem?
All right, so we've thought about it. That's why we said we are only coming as a collaborator. We are not coming as a new chief, like a new player in town. That's not what we are trying to do. That's why I said our name is Blue Glow Waste Collection and Logistics. We are not telling Loma, you are not doing it right. Loma, go away. That's not what we are saying. We are saying, Loma, you are doing well. You are collecting 20 to 30% of waste in Lagos, as shown by the data. We want to partner with you. Of course, they want us to partner with them because we are going to generate them income too. Because bringing the waste in, we don't have a waste depot, just to say. We don't have anyone, so to say. So the depot is for Loma. Loma has a waste depot already, but Loma cannot get everywhere in Lagos. It is impossible for Loma. Lagos has about 21 million people. It's impossible for them to cater for everything. Now, we are just a small team playing the game. We are telling them places that you cannot reach. Blue Glow, we go there with our bikes. Areas that are bad with potholes, areas that are inaccessible, areas that people, when you get to these places, it's just not motorable. Blue Glow, we go to those places and pick the waste for you and get it to you. And we get our own money from it. Because we are going to these places, we can settle people in recycling, like I said earlier on. People in aluminium industry, we can settle them. People in fabric industry, fabric recycling, we can get old clothes from houses. So we are not stopping Loma from getting their money. Major places in Victoria Island, on the island, Banana Island, places where Loma is catering and getting their income, they will still get their income. But we are just saying the loopholes, the areas where Loma and Lagos government at large cannot cater for. Blue Glow, we go there and cater for them. That's what we are saying. We are not new game players. We are not coming in town and telling the old players to sit down. We are saying we want to work with them, and I know it's very possible to do. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay. Then in terms of you collecting waste with bikes, how realistic is that?
Yes,
Lagos, like you said, is a big place, and you might need to, for example, for an estate, you might be collecting a huge ton of waste. How realistic is you get waste? How many buses can you cover?
Okay, that's what we're saying. We are starting small. Now, in an estate of about, let's say, 120, 100 housing units there, we can go there we are starting with 5 bikes. We can face one estate, only one estate. We are not going for all the places in Lagos at the moment. That is too large, yes, to see. But we are going for small places. Let's say I stay in Jubilee or Chedola Estate now. We have about 100, 120 housing units. And each housing unit has one big wisdom container in front of the houses. So when we go there with our 5 bikes, we focus majorly, assuming, we are not saying it's Jubilee, but maybe there's an estate that has a problem with Loma. Maybe Loma doesn't come there regularly. Loma doesn't come there anymore. We can speak to Loma, partner with Loma, and help Loma carry the. So with 5 bikes, and we are going 2 to 3. Why we are going 2 to 3 times is because of the ton of the waste. If we are to go weekly or twice weekly, it will be so much, and our bikes won't be able to carry them. But when we go thrice in a week, so assuming in a week we have 7 days, we went there on Sunday, we gave a chance of a day or 2. We went there on Tuesday and also on Friday. You see that the waste will be well partitioned and it will not overwhelm us. So that's what we are planning to do, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
And also, you have from what you said,
yes, sir,
talking majorly that you might start from a residential area.
Yes, sir.
Looking at residential areas in Lagos, the waste collection is subsidized.
Yes,
how does that work with your profitability? Because for you to beat what is already on ground, you have to do better. And
that's
looking
what I
at
said. Okay.
residential area, the waste collection for the government, is not that much of a revenue generation for the government for residential areas. I think where the money is for commercial areas. So now you coming into that, how profitable is that for you?
Yes, we talked about that in our group too. First, we realized that these places, they already have people catering for their waste already. We won't deceive ourselves if we want to go into the business. What we are trying to do is, even from the waste we are collecting, we can partition them and make money. First, there's an advert online for people who know. There are scrappers. They call them scrappers. They collect scraps and they sell. We see them. They carry. For who don't understand Yoruba, they carry omolanke. Now these scrappers, they collect aluminium. They collect cans, Martina cans. Now our own job, we might not even get much money from collecting, but from partitioning our waste, we make a lot of money. Now from aluminium, we are making money. From perishable household, for someone that throw away a rotten tomato, rotten pepper, rotten potato, rotten yam, we can make manure from here. We can, like I said we can do gas, and that is a very small thing to do. We can make gas generation from there. We can make manure for farmers who want. We have horticulturists who make flowers. They need manure. We can start our own manure business from there, and on a small scale, and we make our money. So, like I said, there are people that buy glass bottles. Yes, there are people that buy. So, no waste is totally useless. It's a treasure for us. So, we are not going to build them something that will be so bogus that they will run away. No, we are coming in, taking the waste and turning it into money. That's what we are trying to do. Hello, sir.
Okay, Oluwatosin.
Yes, sir.
And we have Group Green.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. Okay, this is Fed. I hope you can all hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay. This is Ifedaya from Group Green. Our business, we named it Green Top Limited, and what we are doing is very unique and different. Now we all know that for every family in Nigeria, we all have a toilet system, be it any kind at all, pit toilet, pit latrine, or the flushing system. Anyone, we have a toilet at home. Now, there's an ability to renew this energy because whenever you use your toilet over time, it starts getting filled. And the alternative, the solution people give to it is they get people to pack it away. But rather than do that, there's something you can do. Now, we call it the home biogas system. That is, you can convert the energy into a cooking gas, a gas that can cook your food. Now, all we have to do is simple. We get a home biogas solar biodigester. That is, what it does is this: it works with the solar, it helps the action of bacteria and the heat in the sockaway to in a faster way to more quickly work than to produce gas. Now, this is it. Most times when we use gas, our gas, there are chemicals, of course, but this has no chemical, it has no toxins, it is 100% biological process. Now, what it does is this: an average Nigerian, according to statistics now, spends 3,000 naira on gas each month. Then 2,000 naira additional bill for cooking from electric power, that is from power supply. That's 5,000 naira. Now, this stuff will be done just for 50,000 naira because all that has to be done is home biogas solar biodigester. Now, it has been tested in countries like Kenya and Australia, and it has been proved to be working, but it is not yet in Nigeria. Now, we think of bringing this technology into the country. It costs so little. No wonder they use it in places like where we have war events in Afghanistan, and then they use it because those people over there get they have difficulty in cooking because of the war accidents. Now, but here in Nigeria, it will save us cost. It will save us cost. Imagine you spending approximately 60,000 for cooking, both from power supply and from gas, where you can use a home biogas solar biodigester and use a home biogas system to power for years. All you have to do every year is get a home biogas filter, and it is made of activated carbon. When you get this, it filters that rotten, we call it hydrogen sulfide. It smells like rotten egg. It comes from the sockaway. Now it works on it, and then the smell is eradicated. And you can use that for as long as a period of 5 years before it is looked into again to check for you to continue another usage. So with this, we believe there will be save in cost, will save cost rather, farms will be able to save cost. Then number two, it will be healthy for the environment because less of the greenhouse gas is being released. Number two, sorry. Now, number three, when you use this gas to cook, unlike normal gas, it would not be able, it will not be capacitated to explode because of number one. When it is being like being worked upon, what it produces methane. When it produces methane, which the process will be 100% biological, it would not be capable. It will not be capable to explode from the sockaway because of the home biodigester solar that will be installed into it. So all we'll be charging for will be the money for the home biogas solar biodigester and then the installation that we ourselves will be doing ourselves, the installation. Then we'll charge also for yearly check. Yearly check when you come in to fill the home biogas filter, you come, we check it, and that's all. And that will save a lot. And within, let's say, though not 6 months, not 6 months, a year would have made 200% return on investment because more of the money we'll be having would be for awareness and adverts because this will be a new technology in the country as it has not been adopted. Only more of the countries that it has been adopted in has been countries like Australia, some developed countries, then some developing countries like India. It's working in India also. So we believe this business will thrive so much in this country. Thank you.
Okay. For this idea, what is the cost implication? You have 1 million naira to invest. What is the cost implication? What will you be spending on? What is the running cost like?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now, the cost implication with the 1 million naira, getting the equipment that will be needed, everything for the system, we'll be needing at least a minimum of, let's say we are starting with just few households. Let's just take 3 households or let's say 5 households, for example. We'll be needing to get those stuffs. Let's look at I'm coming 350,000 naira, and I'll state my reason quickly. Now then, beyond that, we'll need for advertisements, we should be up to about for social media adverts and let's say TV adverts, we'll be going with 200,000 naira, which should span for a time, let's say, of about 3 months. About 3 months. Then, beyond that, we need to get the biogas filter. Biogas filter. Now, when we get all these things, we should be having just 700,000 naira. So we are not done using the 1 million, except we decide on expanding to more than 5 households. Let's say looking at 10 households.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Did you get what I said?
Yes, I did. Then, in terms of safety, how
Yes, sir.
safe is this? Give me a comparative analysis with the present cooking system that we have, using the gas system that we have. What is the comparative analysis? What is the difference? How environmentally, how friendly, environmentally friendly is it? You understand?
Okay.
Why should we go for what you are saying from what we
Okay.
already have?
Okay, sir. Now, the gas we're using now, we know it is purely the energy chemical. Now, but this one we're looking at, we go through 100% biological process. That is, no chemical, no toxins. That's number one. Number two, we have less of greenhouse gas to be released. Unlike these other chemicals we have, where we talk about, the greenhouse effect and the rest. But this, we have less of greenhouse gas, still because it is biological. This will turn the energy, the waste in there into methane. So unlike other ones that has to do with chemicals and this will be 100% biological process, no chemical, no toxins. So it is 100% friendly. And that's why it is used in most of these places. The developed countries I mentioned, because of the environmental friendliness of the biogas system.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Fedaya. Let's have Team Yellow.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is Cynthia. I'm representing Team Yellow.
Why are you looking at me? Hello, I can hear you.
Okay, my name is Cynthia Okoye. I'm representing Team Yellow, and the name of our business is Golden Rice Farm. We noticed that the problem here is that we noticed that in Nigeria, there is a ban on importation of rice. Therefore, this makes the availability of rice to be small. And then it led to the rise in price of local rice in the market presently. So if we intend going into rice farming so that we could be able to add to the increase in production of rice, which would kind of reduce the amount at which rice is being sold at the market. The way we intend to do this is we intend to...
Cynthia, yes. Please, sorry, can you come over again? I didn't get you from the start.
Okay. The name of our business is Golden Rice Farm. And we noticed that there is problem in availability of rice in Nigeria presently. That is why there is an increase in the cost of rice in the market. So we intend to go into rice farming to be able to make rice available as much as we can. But due to the limited amount, which is 1 million, we'll first start from a certain level. Our target market is companies that deal in processing and production of rice, since we can't go into such angle because the fund is limited. Since rice farming and production is capital intensive, so we just had to concentrate on rice farming. Where we're going to undertake the project is at Benue State, because they have the kind of land that will be fertile enough for us to be able to plant our rice, develop our rice farm there. So we'll go with renting of land. We can't buy because it's going to be very expensive. So we're going to rent, and we'll go for 5 hectares of land for 200,000 naira through government policies that encourage people to be able to partake in food production. So we'll go for 5 hectares for 200,000. The remaining 800,000, we're going to direct it into labor because we can't do it on our own. So we're going to employ people that will embark on planting the rice on our behalf, but we will do the supervision. So the 800,000, we share it into 2, 400,000 for the labor and every other thing that would be involved in maintaining the farm and other things. Then the other 400,000, we're directing it to rice processing, which is preparing it, parboiling it after the rice has germinated and every other thing. So the 400,000, the extra 400,000, we'll use it for the processing, and then we'll reach out to companies who are into the processing and branding of the rice, and they'll take it up from there. This business, this rice farming, is actually very capital intensive, but due to the limited amount, which is 1 million, we are limited in things we could do. So we're only based on the rice farming. And for a hectare of land, we'll be getting an average of 12 tons of rice from there, which is about 12,000 kg of rice. It's not that much, but it's something. So with the 5 hectares, we'll be getting about 60 tons of rice from there. At least it will add to the problem which is experienced presently. And the timing of which we will establish this business is within May, June, because that's the best time to plant rice for it to germinate very well, because it requires water. It needs lots of water, even though not that much, but during May, June season, that's the best time to plant the rice.
Okay. In terms of profitability, how profitable is this business?
It's very profitable because each household in the country would not say they do not consume rice. Every household in Nigeria, regardless of the poor, the rich, everybody consumes rice. So the rice farming is a very profitable business. Though the money is little, but with time we would expand. We're going to expand. It's very profitable because presently a bag of rice in Nigeria local rice in Nigeria presently is 25,000. And if you are getting about 240 bags of 50 kg of rice from 1 hectare, imagine multiplying that by 25,000 presently, of which we are going to even though we're not the ones doing the production and everything, it's actually very, very profitable, because getting 240 bags of 50 kg, it's just for 1 hectare, is actually a large sum of money. So it's very profitable.
If I could remember correctly, I think the Habib Issa group presented something like this in terms of rice production and all, which means there's competition for what you guys want, what you want to do. So how do you look to fight this competition? What is your edge? How is it better than what that other group presented?
Okay, they are diverse. They are not only concentrating on rice farming. We are concentrating wholly on rice farming. And they said 10 hectares of land for every crop they want to plant, but we 5 hectares of land for just rice farming. So the production from ours is going to be much compared to theirs, because theirs is diverse, and we are focusing on just rice farming. So we'll actually do very well. than them because their attention will be divided from trying to meet up with other crops they are planting. And
Okay, what is your value proposition to customers on this?
I think that
Your
is
business, what is the value proposition? Why should I buy from you and not buy from them?
okay.
If the two of you are coming to the market probably at almost the same price, right?
Yes.
Or maybe slight difference in prices, why should I buy from you and not buy from them? Because
Okay.
customer does not know if they are creating, they don't care if they are creating 2 or 3 crops. Once they have access to the product that they ordered, then there will be no problem, right? So what is the value? You are looking, the answer you gave now is talking about the competition, looking at what other people are doing. That is more of an internal concern. But to your customers, what is your value proposition?
Okay, there are different species of rice in the market. All rice in the market are not similar. So now when we are engaging in this farming, we'll go for the best. We'll go for the best. We're going to plant the best species of rice in such a way that after the processing and everything by the production company, when you see it, you actually think that it's foreign rice, not knowing it's local rice. Like I said, rice in the market, they are all different. They are long grain, they are short grain. We will go for the best. That's where the competition is actually going to be different, because by the time our customers or the production company from us get our rice and they know that this rice is standard and quality, they will always come for ours.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let me just give you guys a little bit of feedback from what you guys have said so far. If you look at when we're having the entrepreneurship session, we spoke about what should make up a business idea. Number 1 is uniqueness. Number 2, I think, is profitability, right? Another thing is how realistic is that business idea, right? So these are some of the things. Then, let me now bring that into what you guys presented. Most of you were not able to work well with the budget that was given. Some of you even hardly mentioned numbers or made use of, okay, we have 1 million, this is what we'll be spending. You understand? You guys are even, you guys, when you are giving 1 million naira, I even see some people spending almost all the 1 million naira, forgetting that there will be running costs even after you've made the initial capital injection. There will be running costs. There should be a setback of money that you use in running your business from day to day, taking care of miscellaneous and things like that. You guys didn't take care of that. Most of you, the only person that spoke well in terms of money or the budget that was given was Cynthia. All other groups didn't really do well with that budget. You didn't really mention, you didn't make use of the budget. You didn't make use of the budget. You didn't talk about the budget and things like that. Then also in terms of uniqueness, how unique is your idea? Sometimes most of the things that we want to do, someone else have done it before. But how creative you are with it is another thing, is another ball game entirely. Although I understand that you guys only had 15 minutes to actually come up with some of these ideas, and I understand that it still needs fine-tuning and things like that. One of the ideas that I have a little bit problem with is the waste management idea, because it seemed a little bit unrealistic. Reason being that you could see from their presentation that they didn't put government policies and regulations as the major player in that sector into consideration. And Lagos, as it is right now, is big on policies and revenue generation, which might even take up all the 1 million naira investment that you have in terms of getting licenses, in terms of getting partners, in terms of partnering with the government, in terms of waste management. You didn't consider that while coming up with that business idea. It might be good. Then also, how realistic is it in terms of using bikes to collect waste? Maybe if you had probably tell me that the bikes will actually have something built at the back or something built with it or an attachment to it, maybe it could have made a little bit of sense, because I don't get it. Even if you are servicing an estate, one estate alone, in some estates, in a particular house, you might have like 2 or 3 drums to carry. How do you do that? Which means you might have to use or go 1, 2, 3 trips to actually collect the waste of a particular house, which does not make sense and is not cost effective looking at it. Also, the person that spoke on the gas bow, what's it called? I understand that it's an alternative use that some countries have actually adopted. But I also understand that in terms of its safety, in terms of some other consideration, that is why some other countries are yet to adopt it. And you didn't do well to convince us enough in terms of how these things will be addressed if you want if you want Nigerians, for example, to adopt this biodegradable gas, if I'm correct. So you didn't do well to address that. Then the people that were talking about cleaning services, that said they will clean the bathrooms and things like that. The thing about that is that that niche is a little bit saturated. And one other thing is that you can only get the job done at a very cheap price, outsourcing labor to some of these women. Some estates even have women that go around day to day, weekends to weekend, to actually do this cleaning. The only thing that you have is that you might probably bring in engines and things like that to clean, right? But also know that looking at comparatively, if you are going to buy these engines and things like that, you will extensively charge more. If a woman that comes to clean for me every Saturday will charge 5,000 naira, and the next time I would call her again, if she cleans, is another 2 weeks time. That means I only need her 2 times a week, and I'll spend 2,000 naira. And you come with your machines. Looking at, you have to bring cars to bring the machines to my estate. I will pay like, let's say 5,000 naira. If I need you 2 times in a month, I will pay 10,000 naira. Looking at that to the woman that will collect 2,000 naira in a month, it doesn't make any sense. You have to look at how to beat competition. Not only that, you just come, you use your machines alone. Even if your machines would do a thorough job that I wouldn't have to call you in 2 weeks' time, you'll still be giving me, I will still have to do it at 5,000 naira, which is 5 times higher than that woman. And that woman probably, I can even bargain her to come 3 times a month for that 5,000 naira, or 4 times a month for that 5,000 naira. So you have to look into it and see how to repackage it, because, and again, that business, like I said, is a little bit saturated. You must be able to do something new to be able to survive and sustain that business over time. Even people that don't know much about the business can come into the business at any point in time. So that is that. I think I've spoke about all the businesses right now. think I spoke about all the businesses, right? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is just my feedback to you guys. So I will relay this to Mrs. Ralia Oyetunde, and she will. Purple. Haven't I spoken about Purple? What was the business idea? I think I've spoken about Purple. Hello, are you guys there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what was Purple?
Yes, sir. We came up with an alternative to plastic bottles using paper bottles.
Okay. So the problem I have with most of you again is not stating the problem before creating the solution. You were not explicit enough in terms of stating the problem. We know that plastic bottle is this and that. I expected you to go more into the health dangers, into the environmental dangers. Okay, this is why you came up with that solution. You should be able to tell me why I should go for this, because what your business is doing is, it has to do with behavioral change. And let me tell you the fact, behavioral change is gradual, and people find it very difficult to actually change. So you must do a lot of convincing in terms of changing people's mindset and to actually patronize your business. So I think you guys should fine tune that. If it makes sense, then we can come. But let me quickly round up because Mr. Agogo is waiting for me. He has some announcement for you. So Mr. Agogo is waiting for you. I will give Mrs. Raya the report on this. Then she will take over this for a 30 minutes class tomorrow. Okay, Mr. Agogo, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so well done, everyone. We have allocated you to your various career counselors and mentors. An email has been sent to you now. So if you check your email, you will see the counselor and the mentor that you have been assigned to. Now, before you even start to contact them, you are expected to call them and introduce yourself as one of the members of the Graduate Advancement Program Network Batch 4. And so we have sent them all the documents, we've sent them all the information, your counselors and mentors. Now, before, like I said, before you contact them, there's a document that has been sent to you. Please carefully read that guide, because the career mentor and the mentoring and career counseling session is properly structured. So read that guide carefully. That guide used to be the one we normally use before COVID-19. So prior to now, the graduate member usually fill those documents and sent to us. But because of this, we are trying to convert everything to virtual, turn everything, digitize everything. So rather than just sending that physical or scanning it, you just fill a form, an online form. So the link and everything is in that form. However, look at the guide. Read it from beginning to end. It will help you understand what to fill online, because everything that is in that document is also online. So there's a timetable that so there's a range in between you when you need to see your career counselors and your career mentors from now till the end of November. So follow that timetable. If you have any question whatsoever regarding your career counselor and mentor, please feel free to get back to me as often as you can. So I hope is there any question on this? Any question? That will be all. But is there any question? Just want to confirm. Is this understood? Hello? Okay, it's only Ejiro. Okay, Ezekiel say no question. Okay, so once you open your email, 2 documents are there. The mentoring and counseling toolkit, which you must read before calling anybody. Then number 2 is a spreadsheet that shows your name and the career counselor and mentor that you have been assigned to. Please, before you, make sure you respect their time, and you can use any platform that is convenient for both of you. Zoom, WhatsApp, whatever online platform that is comfortable for you, do that. And as soon as you finish your session, encourage your counselor or mentors to also try and complete the form, because that is when we can know that you have met your counselor or mentor. So while you are completing your form, the career counselor or mentor has a form to complete online to confirm that, oh, this person came and this was the session that we had with that person. Please remember that your career counseling and mentoring session are also graded, which will form part of the assessment at the end of your program. So thank you very, very much. And I think that will be all for now. Okay.
Okay. That's that about your career counselors and mentors. Please kindly make sure that you fill your feedback form for today. And also, we'll continue the session for tomorrow. Then I will give you a particular date for that class that we postponed from last week. Before the end of today or tomorrow morning, you will get that information from me on when we'll be having that class.
Yeah.
Majorly, that's...
Hello, sorry, Dakwa, sorry to cut you. Hello, Dakwa.
I can hear you.
Okay, sorry to cut him. I just want to emphasize something. Before you meet your career counselor or mentor, please, so for the role of your career counselor is to help you review your CV and your job hunting plan. Those are the 2 primary documents that you are taking along with you. So I am expecting that you should have sent them in advance before your session, for your session to be effective. So send them your updated CV and how you intend to get your next job, which is your job hunting plan, a plan. So we are giving you a guide. However, we are not saying that you must use that guide. That is just a guide, but make sure you have something on paper to show them that these are the plans and the goals that I've set myself weekly, maybe monthly, to be able to get that job. So you are carrying 2 documents. You are sending 2 documents to your career counselors in advance for them to review. Then when you are speaking, the person can talk to you based on those documents that you have sent. And immediately you are giving corrections, you immediately implement those corrections. You are not allowed to go for your second session except you have made those corrections that the career counselor has given to you. Then the mentor, the role of the mentor is to help you in your chosen field. So for example, you are choosing to become a HRO person. First and foremost, the role of the mentor is to help you identify your career path and to help you become successful in whatever field you have chosen. So if you choose HRO, for example, you are going to go with your personal development and career plan. A plan that helps you develop yourself in your chosen area, so that that plan will contain maybe a immediate plan, medium term and long term. In 5 years' time, who do I want to be in the as an HRO? Maybe some people may be saying, in 5 years' time, I want to be a HRO manager in a top national multinational organization. Now you are going to have a roadmap. How do I get there? I will do this certification and all that. So a plan for your personal career development plan is what you take to your mentor. So you are expected to send that in advance before your mentoring session. During the mentoring session, it is the document that both of you will be looking at and having such conversation. So while your mentor is focusing on your particular choosing field, your career counseling is helping you to get job and working on your CV. Things like interviews and helping you in terms of your job. So please notice the difference. Mentors are doing a different work compared to career counselors, so you don't mix the two. I hope that is clear.
Hope we all understand. Any question?
Yeah. Somebody is saying that the slides for last week are it in the Google Drive. Okay, so Ajibade will ensure that we get all the slides to you. Ajibade will take care of that.
Any other questions? Any clarification?
Okay, for the elevator pitch. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll try as much as possible to get the feedback to you in terms of the elevator pitch. But these are some of the things you can also share with your career counselors. That is why we have given you career counselors. At least you can share all this with them also.
Okay, the time is already fast spent. We have come to the end of this meeting for today. So have a wonderful day. Any other information that we have for you will be via the WhatsApp message. Hope you guys are doing well with your presentation, with your projects, because you'll be having that presentation this week. So have a wonderful day and bye for now.
Bye-bye.